Yo, what is up guys, welcome to a brand new video, and hey, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button now and join the boss squad today. So, I know it's been a while since I've posted on here, but I have posted updates on my social media and my YouTube community page about what's been going on, but I don't think most of you have seen it or really known the reason why I haven't been posting. So I had decided that it would be better to make a long-form content video instead to explain everything, and I actually went live on Twitch the other day and talked about it in details, so I'm going to use some of the footage to show you exactly what's been happening, and so let's just get right into it. My life has been so... Hello, Harper. My life has been so hectic. So, you want an update, guys? Basically, you already kind of know, like, what I've told y'all, basically. That I'm, like, a full-time college student, and then I also have to work, and so, like, I literally have no time whatsoever to make videos or anything. But, thank you for the people who stick around. Thank you. But yeah, my life has been hectic lately. I basically have given y'all the update, but now there's even a bigger update. There's even a bigger update of my life, and it's just progressively getting worse. No, I'm just kidding. It's not getting worse, but like, it's getting more... That's how it feels. So I'm just gonna start. You know, I'm just gonna give you the recap of what was going on. So, full-time college student, also got a job outside of content creating, balancing school, work, so hard to find the time to create content, especially with an education that comes first, obviously. And then there was times where I had some free time, like, but I lacked the motivation to make content, or even update you guys on why. I was simply just like burned out from everything. Now, okay, then to January, I start nursing school. And then during the program, it's very, like, once I go back to the program in August, there's no content creating again, obviously. Because it's straight, like, in the books, on the computer, studying my butt off every night. That's how it is. That's literally how it is. I'm hoping to make some content this summer, hopefully, and have the chance to reconnect with that creative side of me and possibly find some new content. But like, y'all understand, I know y'all understand that my education is my first priority. And then there was times where like I would be on Roblox, right? And y'all would like see me on. That's me time, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Like, y'all can join me and everything. That's fine. But like, I don't want to sit here and make a video and edit a video and make a clickbait and all this. And it really doesn't mean like I don't have the time or the energy to create videos. It's just like, that was my that was my downtime, you know? Like, I just wanted to like take some woosah time to play games, you know? Which y'all understood that. Well, guess what happened? So I passed my term 2 of nursing school. I passed term 1 of nursing school, right? Guys, I just failed term 2. I just failed term 2 of nursing school. So now I have to go back in August and work my butt off to pass term 2 and to continue to the other terms. Because, listen, this is what happened. I failed the first test exam. Almost everybody did. Like, everybody in our class, like, the highest score was a 70 on that. That's terrible. That is a terrible. For 40 people in the class, and only one person make a 70? Like, it was pretty bad. It was pretty... Why is it so... No. Dismiss. Another ad tried to play. No. We haven't even been streaming that long for another ad to play. Anyways, I know, I did try my best. So there was that test. And then I failed I didn't fail. I actually made a D on 2 other exams because you know why? I had to teach the material. Yeah, that's how they weed y'all out. That literally is because we had to teach ourselves the material at home. We were home for, I think, half a week, 1 week, and they were like, go teach yourself the material. Here's what you need to read. Here's this, here's that. And I made a 60 on that exam. And then there was another one that was like that, like teach the material yourself. But then they posted the blueprint. And the blueprint is basically like what the exam's gonna be over. And it had basically where the books were from, like the questions, like on the online program, not the online program, but the online system that they have. It like showed what questions they were taking from that. So I was studying my butt off, retaking those little exams over and over again because I was like, 10 questions are coming from this one, 10 questions are coming from this. And I was making 80s to 90s on those online things. When we get to school and take this exam, it is nothing like it. So I made a 62 on that one. And the highest on that one was an 80. Then it comes to like this online, there's these 2 online like things that we're supposed to do through the online system. Well, I was talking to some upperclassmen who were in the class above me, and they were like, oh, yeah, it's worth 50% of the, online assignments, but in reality, you only get 10% of it because it only counts as 10%, so it's only going to be like 50 for both of them. It's not going to count that much. It's not going to lower you that much if you like do bad on them. Liars! I did terrible on them. Literally all the class did. Like, I talked to everybody in my class. They all did terrible. It brought me down to a 67 on like the online quizzes and assignments. And I'm like, these liars telling me it wasn't going to affect my grade that much when it did. And I was like, okay. So then if you didn't make an average of a 70 on your exams, your theory exams, you would have, why is this not playing? You would have to, the 10% of that would not be counted to your grade, and your exams would then become 75% weighted of your grade. So I ended with a 69.60 on my theory exams, right? So then my 10%, which was a 60, like a 60 something else, that's not going into my grade anymore. Only that 69 is. And then the final came. Oh, when I tell you, oh my God, when I tell you this was terrible, like, but at the same time I felt confident because I was like, maybe it is easy, because some of the questions were a little bit easy, but some of them I was like, I don't know, and I just like picked the best one that I thought would be best, because that's how it is basically. Like, our exams are through something called NCLEX. They're like NCLEX style. You can look it up, and it's like the nursing board kind of questions. So once you answer a question, you can't go back, even if you know you got it wrong, you can't go back. And then half the time, 2 questions are right, but pick the best one. Like the ACT, that kind of stuff. So I thought I did okay, but not as bad as I thought I did. I made a 54 on the final exam. So my final grade was a 65.60%. Then my teacher emailed me and she's like, sorry, you don't meet the 70% requirement. You'll have to talk to your, director to come back and re-enter the program, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, that just happened. So yeah, it was very stressful. So now I have to go back in August to start term 2 over again. Oh, I would have a meltdown on spot. No, it was insane. Like, the amount of stress that I went through with that. Oh, And I got, okay, at the beginning, I involved myself with very, like, negative energy people. And so we were in a study group together as well. And so that's why I think I failed the first exam as well, because I was with them. And then I was like, okay, I'm done with y'all. Like, I'm tired of this, because I was implementing all the studying, all the group sessions, everything. And I was putting more work into making them a study guide rather than myself, me making a study guide, you know? Because if I make a study guide for myself, it's going to be implemented on how I learn, not how others learn. It's not going to be like a general study guide. It's going to be a me study guide, you know? And so that's what messed me up too. And they were very, like, negative all the time. All they did was talk crap about the teachers and everything. I mean, I do too, but there's a difference. And what made me really, really leave is because there was an upcoming quiz that we had to take at home. I took it. I made a 73% on it. And I said, and then I opened the group chat. And they had taken pictures, because after the end of the exam, it showed you all the right answers. They had taken pictures of the exam and sent it to the whole group chat. And I was done. And I was like, and I was joking around, and I was like, ha ha ha, I made it. Wish I would have seen this. I made a 70. Knowing good well I wouldn't have cheated. But anyway, I was just like playing along, you know. And you know what she says to me? She says, well, if you would have told the group that you were taking the test, maybe we could have helped you. And then she was like, I don't know her exact words, but then practically she was like, if you would have been more active in the group, you would have seen. Basically telling me, well, if you would have cheated, you would have done better. And I was done. I was livid. I was done. I was absolutely done with that group. And I started isolating myself from them. And everything. Yeah, that's not. Literally. And it infuriated me. It infuriated me because they were practically like, well, if you would have cheated, you would have done better. And I was like, excuse me? Who are you? Like, no. Honesty and integrity go a long way. Only if you're not playing a survival game like Survivor or Outlast or on Roblox where you have to backstab people, then that's acceptable to backstab people, because I am a very heavy person to backstab, and I will backstab you every time. Thank you! No! No, but... I'm sorry. But yeah! Like, she was practically like, you should have cheated. I was like, no ma'am. I do not stand for that. Absolutely not.
For the ones who have seen me play Outlast, y'all know how I am. Hope that video explained everything like I mentioned. As I said, I'm not sure if I'll be able to make content this summer. I'm working a full-time job as well as preparing myself to go back to nursing school. My education is very important to me, and it is definitely my first priority right now. I love to make videos, and I really would like to make some over the summer. We'll just see how things go. But as always, I hope you're having a fabulous day or night, and thank you so much for y'all's understanding, and hopefully there'll be another video soon. Bye!